Guys, this is going to be short and sweet. To the point. Monday Night Raw. After Survivor Series. Yeah, there's three things that happened tonight on this Raw that really stood out to me. Number one, we're already talking about another pay-per-view. On Sunday, we're already talking about another one. Starrcade. Can you believe that? Number two, Seth Rollins turns heel. Question mark. To me, he did. Y'all let me know in the comments below if you think he did. Alright? But to me, heel turn. And maybe, just maybe, AOP joins him sooner rather than later. Have that happen. That might be something. And number three, the feel-good miracle moment that Rey Mysterio and everybody in California, San Diego, and everybody all over the world wanted him to have this week happened. He captured gold. Not WWE Championship, but the United States Championship. Yes, Rey Mysterio, the new United States Champion. Some of you might say, well, I thought that would be Humberto Carrillo. No, it's not. Humberto Carrillo got attacked. Humberto Carrillo got beat up, devastated, dominated, destroyed, destructed, absolutely brutalized. Fatal 4-way, Randy Orton, Ricochet, Drew McIntyre, Rey Mysterio. Really, really great, impressive, fantastic, great, grand, glorious, wonderful matchup. And then Rey Mysterio picks up the victory in that contest. And then it was just a okay matchup with AJ Styles. It wasn't the best AJ Styles matchup that I've seen, but it was a good contest. And of course, Rey Mysterio picks up the victory. I hope now AJ Styles can move on to something more important. Much more important than the mid-card U.S. Championship. I really do. And that's really all I have to say about that, because, sooner rather than later, Rey Mysterio will drop that title. He's not holding on to it very long. Let's move on to Starrcade, shall we? 1 week after the Survivor Series. Yes, I know, it's a Thanksgiving week tradition of WCW. Now, I'm glad, I appreciate that they are keeping homage. Keeping tradition for Starrcade. Really, you could look at it that way, or you could just say WWE is just taking the Starrcade name and sticking it on a house show to draw more people to a WWE network. Depending on who you're talking to, and it just depends on how you look at it. One thing's for sure, I kind of wish they would go in a different direction and use different pay-per-views. WCW had some great pay-per-views. My favorite was Halloween Havoc, always has been, always will be my favorite WCW pay-per-view. That and the Great American Bash. They actually used to use that, if you all remember. So I wish they would go back to doing like some of those. Maybe even doing Halloween Havoc at least 1 year. Stick Halloween Havoc the Sunday before Halloween. That would be awesome. But this coming Sunday, Starrcade, We don't know what's going to be on the card. It's probably going to be, just 6 random matches at a house show. I mean, that's just it. WWE, don't make it a horrible show. Don't. If you are going to take homage and keep Starrcade meaning something, then actually put on a decent show Sunday. Let's move on to really what everybody is here to talk about, and that is Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins. Now, wrestling fans, it's really quite simple. I want you all to think back to Roman Reigns, 2015. WWE's poor booking of the 2015 Royal Rumble. Remember that? Remember how bad that was? And then what did WWE do? They seemingly did not listen to their fans, and they continued Roman Reigns as a babyface. And what happened? Roman Reigns continued to get either mixed reactions or he got booed. That was it. What was happening with Seth Rollins ever since Hell in a Cell? Hell in a Cell, Seth Rollins got one of the worst bookings ever with The Fiend Bray Wyatt, and how The Fiend and Seth Rollins' Hell in a Cell match ended. That was horrible. And then WWE continued on to make it where Seth Rollins continued to be a babyface. Still a bad move. So what did they need to do? Turn him heel. And that's exactly what they did tonight. Best move in the world if you want him to be the man, the guy in your company. Because can you imagine how low he's going to get if you didn't do that? I mean, seriously. Now some of you might just say, well, this is only being built for Seth Rollins versus CM Punk. If CM Punk steps back into the squared circle into a WWE ring at probably WrestleMania. But really, turn him heel. Maybe with AOP. AOP helped him tonight. Imagine what kind of dominant team that would be. Seth Rollins leading the charge, AOP right behind him. Gives AOP something to do. Stick Seth Rollins in a black suit like he used to be in when he was with the Authority. Get him cutting those promos like he used to do. I don't know. That sounds like a good idea to me. AOP going around doing their thing. Sounds great. I mean, I would love to see something like that. You'd have 2 big factions on Monday Night Raw. The OC, and you'd have Seth Rollins and AOP. What name they would come up with, I don't know. But y'all let me know what you're thinking about that in the comments below. Really, that was all that happened on Monday Night Raw tonight. You want to know truth. I was not a fan with how WWE at first pulled off him being a heel. That town hall meeting with all the Raw superstars. Half of them weren't even on Survivor Series. I mean, seriously. Titus Worldwide, the one that cooks catering for everybody that was at Survivor Series, and Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder and people like that who wasn't at Survivor Series. I mean, you just no, no, no. So that was pretty much Monday Night Raw. Seth Rollins turning heel, Rey Mysterio's feel good moment, and Starrcade this Sunday. Hope you all enjoyed this. If you did, leave me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. Subscribe and hit that bell. And until I see you again, this is Webby. Catch you on the other side.